Hi, this is a reading for what are the qualities that people find most attractive about you. Very lovely reading. I was doing a lot of channeling in all three piles. I could feel it. So this is going to be kind of like looking at things from a higher perspective, which I feel like most of my readings are, and more increasingly so. This is kind of like a higher perspective, like view. But it's like what people find attractive about you. A lot of good information and very like interesting things came out. I feel like there was very different energy for each pile, which is what I intended. I don't want all the piles to be like similar. So they were very different energy for three piles, but not necessarily contradicting each other. So if you want to watch more than one pile, if you're drawn to more than one pile, they definitely might apply to you. So in the next screen, you'll be able to pick your pile. There's three lovely piles to choose from. And yeah, it's a pleasure reading for you. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in future readings. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, do all the things if you want to see more from me. I really appreciate it, and it's a great way to just like support me. But I'm gonna keep doing these videos no matter how many views I get, because I really just love and enjoy doing them. So thank you so much for your support, and yeah, see you in your pile. Hi, pile one. This is your reading for what are the most attractive qualities about you. So this is going to be from the viewpoint of other people and how people are viewing you. So what I want to say right away, what's attractive about you is there's a sense of loyalty to you that I think is kind of rare for people to find. And they really admire that about you. You have companion here. You also have both knight and prince. It's like there's a reliability to you and your personality and your character. People know that they can really rely on you, and you've proven it in the past. And you're someone who is there if somebody needs, especially like a practical favor done, like somebody's like car breaks down and they're on the side of the road and they need a friend or like somebody to come help them. Like you're that friend or family member. There's a loyalty to you, and there's a practical nature. And the tarot card we got for you is Queen of Pentacles. That's that stability and security of knowing like I can rely on this person and they'll be there if I ever need them. And there's, with the knight and the prince and like the earthy energy I'm getting, it's it reminds me of like the Knight of Pentacles energy as well. And there's like kind of an authority kind of energy to you too. Authority in the sense that people trust that they can come to you for advice or guidance. There's like a mentor energy to your energy. So we have addict here too. Helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. I feel like, that card just flung over. That was crazy. Let me grab that. Emphasis on what I'm about to say on this, I guess, because of the way it flew out of my hand. But I feel like there's a quality to you where you help people move out of victim mentality or lack mentality. It's like if someone's in a negative energy or negative vibration, your energy with healer too, like there's just something about you that's so like calming. There's a calming presence to you. You don't have to necessarily say too much. We do have the Queen of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like the words that you use, like there's something that's kind of sharp and to the point. It's like you have a quality where you can see things in other people, and there's along with that practical nature too, you can kind of see where people can improve on things about themselves, and you communicate with them, but in a tactful way. Venus, there's like this attractiveness to your energy, and it exudes through your personal appearance as well. There is a beauty to the way you look, no matter what it is, because it's an energy that shines through you, that makes you appear more attractive or just feel more attractive to other people, no matter how you look or anything like that. It's beyond just the surface. But something about the way you look as well is like calming to people, or makes them feel like the way you present yourself maybe makes people feel like they can trust you and they can rely on you. With mutable, so we got this mutable card: surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. House 9, spiritual growth. So this is a mutable house. I think a cadent house is what it's called in astrology. And mutable goes with that energy. This corresponds with Sagittarius energy, this house 9. So it's like there's a higher spiritual a higher spiritual meaning to your reasoning. Like when you give people advice, or when people come to you, like there's a wisdom. There's like a wise old sage wisdom to your energy, and that goes with your appearance too. It's like there's a maturity to the way that you present yourself. No matter how you look, there's like a maturity that exudes from you, like a Saturn quality. You might have like Saturn in your first house or near your ascendant, or an aspect to your ascendant. I have mine square my ascendant, so that's just an interesting little tidbit here that's coming to me, but something having to do with like Saturn energy. But also there's that mutability, so you're also still flexible in the way you move and the way you interact with other people. That's attractive too. It's like there's something somewhat contradictory qualities to you, but it's like you're so good and so gifted and talented and skilled in like so many different things. That's where that mutableness comes from. And it's like you're good at so many things and insightful about so many different topics and subjects. Like you actually study and put in the time to like learn new things, but you spend even more time in bringing concepts that come to your awareness. You bring them to a higher awareness. And it's a very personalized thing. Like people can come to you for advice and they know that they're going to get a perspective from you that they can't get from anywhere else or from any other source. It's like you are the source of this kind of like unique and innovative and just higher thought, higher perspective that is really rare to find. And with detective, you can also go to the depths too, though. You can really dig and deep dive into a situation, and you do it, there's a quickness to it too. It's like someone can tell you a situation, like what do you think, like maybe like some sort of shady situation that they're dealing with another person, for example. Like they're like, I'm feeling like a weird feeling about this, like what do you think, does this sound weird to you? And you can like immediately put two and two together and see like a deeper perspective, and like maybe even see more details or ask questions that gets the other person to think about it in an even deeper way, and maybe come to even more realizations, and it just bolsters their own initial intuition about the situation or the other person. So that's something about you. Great powers of observation and intuition. Desire to seek out the truth. Like that goes with the whole trustworthiness thing. There's an integrity to you as well that fuels like an objectivity about you, but it still has empathy to it. And there's a way you get people thinking that helps look at the deeper perspective and also the higher perspective. So it brings it to a natural balance, and people can begin to heal from whatever negative situations or relationships that they have. you help them, you have this healing quality to you that helps them heal from the situation. And that's very attractive to you. Yours is very much an energy thing. Definitely Venus, like external appearance too, but the more we ascend internally, it's all an internal journey, and it's going to help us glow up on the outside too. It happens naturally. Like I've seen it happen in other people. It's happened in myself. The glow up comes from the inside first, and it begins to reflect externally, and also that just energy wise, people are going to feel and pick up that energy. So that's there about you. Advocate goes with companion and advocate. So you can advocate for other people because you can see people feel heard and like seen. They feel like they can explain things to you about themselves, and you're going to have an understanding or like a higher perspective of them and their situation. They trust that even if other people can't see them or see where they're coming from, like you will be able to see where they're coming from and also help them bring it to a higher level of awareness within themselves that helps them transform and transmute the situation. It's very much giving me like the Scorpio and like Sagittarius energy. We're approaching those seasons. We'll be entering Scorpio season very soon, actually, maybe in a week or less. And that's that detective energy right there too. That's going deep and going to the depths of things. And then I feel like when Sagittarius season starts, it goes from, like the arrow shoots. It's like time to get out of this deep, dark energy, which is very important to like observe. Like we have to observe our shadow sides, and you help people observe their shadow sides, but you also help them bring it to that higher perspective, that house 9 that's going to like the Sagittarius energy, spiritual growth. And I feel like coming to a spiritual like philosophy about things. And that's part of how you're a good advocate for other people. Like you help strengthen their sense of self. You help them learn new things about themselves that they might not have been able to really see, or it might have taken them a lot longer without your help and your influence. So let's pull some tarot. So what are the most attractive qualities about pile 1? Okay, see, Knight of Swords. This reinforces what I was saying. The Knight of Swords and strength. It's like you can help bolster people's confidence in themselves and like their own strength and their intuition, because they know that they can talk to you about things, and you're like witty and like intelligently, you're quick, like you're a quick thinker, and it's because you have this natural tendency to look at things from the higher perspective automatically. Like you can take it to that ascended level much more quickly. You have a clear and direct channel because you've already gone deep and you've gone to the depths of things. And now it's like you just have such this expansive way of looking at things, and that's really attractive to people. It's very much kind of like a mental or a philosophical thing too, as far as it's like, yeah, about what makes you attractive. There's something intellectual about it too, and just quick, and they're mentally stimulating. Like you get people to think about things more deeply and in a more analytical way too. Like you said, there's mutable, so it's like the shadow and the emotional depths, but also like the mental awareness, the observations, the analyzing, the coming from it from a practical perspective as well. It's like all of these different aspects. Like you see things from so many different multiple perspectives, and you're such a multifaceted person within yourself. And so that's what brings such a uniqueness to the way that you look at situations. But there's also like a strength and a fixedness to the reliable, the ways in which that you come off so reliable to people. There's an attractiveness to that too. Woo, this one just, look at this too. You're a hard worker. People know that you've been working like for years and years on the ideas that you have and the concepts that you've come up with, and people trust in that too, because they know that even though, yes, you're a quick thinker, but it's because you already have a really good, strong foundation of knowledge and foundation of awareness. And you may also be a researcher, and you're someone that's gathered so much information, and also from experience as well. And you've been working years on this. There's like a tenacity and just such a hardworking quality to your energy. Let's see. I forgot to mention this card too, Beggar. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival. Awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. I feel like you help people take accountability for their own lives. Like, you're not overly soft about things. There's like something that gets clear to the heart of the matter with you, but you do it in a tactful way. It's like people don't get defensive when you do it. It's like people actually really value that about you. That's something attractive to you, is there is like a bluntness to your energy, but it's like you soften that blunt. It's a balanced energy between the two. And you also hold people to task, and you help people like want to take more accountability for their lives and their actions. You make people actually want to change because you have had to come to awareness for yourself in your own life about what you've had to change to bring, improvement to yourself, to bring greater and higher awareness, to come into higher alignment with your own path. People see that, they know that about you, and they really find that attractive. Yep, Seven of Pentacles. You got the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles too. It goes with that tenacity. Like you have planted the seeds, and you trust, that you're going to reach success. There's a tenacity to you and how your own dealings too. There's an authority because you've already walked the walk, and the results have spoken for themselves, and people see you as being in a place of just stability and security within where you are at in your life currently. And that's very attractive. Okay, let's pull one more. Page of Swords. You got the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. You're someone that I feel like you take simple concepts, or kind of like a field or like a body of knowledge where things are kind of like regurgitated, and you bring like an innovative new perspective to things, and you have like, it just goes with like the new and innovative thoughts, and like you bring concepts to the next level, and that's something that's attractive to you. Like I said, there's also a very like intellectual quality to you and in your dealings with things and the way you analyze things. So yeah, these are, was there anything else I wanted to mention? That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's your reading, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed, and feel free to watch another pile if any of the other piles call out to you. My pick a card playlist is in my description if you'd like to see more videos from me, and thank you. I hope to see you again soon. Pile 2, this is your reading for what do others find attractive about you. I like you guys. There's some spicy energy to you. My kind of person. We got trickster, child magical, hedonist, femme fatale. Oh my gosh. And we got Gemini and Leo. So you guys like bring the party with you wherever you go. You might have a large network of friends, of acquaintances, of people that invite you to things. I feel like you're the life of the party when you show up somewhere. There's just this something that's so vivacious and outgoing about you. You're a great storyteller. I'm getting with Gemini too, and even just like I feel like I'm talking faster, and I feel like things are coming to my coming to me even faster, and there's like multiple different details that are coming with this Gemini energy. So there's a very mutable quality about you. I think you're a fast talker, you're a fast thinker, but you're witty and things come to you quickly. Storyteller, the ability, light attribute, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. I feel like you also speak in symbolic language. We got scribe with that networker, storyteller. Like, I think that you're a very good talker. You're good at teaching people things. You're someone that remembers a lot of different facts. And you also, like, I feel like there's a jokester kind of quality to you too. There's like a humor to you. And there's just this brightness to you. I feel like style-wise, you might have an eclectic style or something that just makes your style uniquely you. But there's like a sexy quality to you too with femme fatale. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So the erotic energy of the feminine, but I feel like this could be a masculine or feminine person. But we also got hedonist, and with the trickster, I'm getting like devil energy, but I have devil energy with me, like in numerology. I have quite a bit of devil placements there, whatever you want to call it. So I think this energy can have a positive to it too. It's not all dark or heavy. And I think that you bring a lightness to the dark things in life. There's also like a tempting quality about you. Like, you can be, the way you come off, it's like what makes you attractive is there's this magnetic quality to you. Like, you leave people wanting more, especially like a lot of strangers or people that don't have a lot of access to you, or they might meet you once or see you once and like get kind of like awestruck by you, and they think about that encounter or that sighting of you for a long time after, and maybe never even end up seeing you again, but you kind of like linger in people's minds. There's this magnetic and tempting quality to you, and that makes you attractive. What makes you attractive too is that people don't always realize, like, you have a hold on people, and people don't always understand why, but there's something just deeper about you that draws people, and there's an intensity to your nature, but there's also like a nonchalance to you as well. It's like, you know your worth, you know your value, and you're also someone that enjoys your freedom and independence. So if anyone in any type of relationship, if it feels like they're infringing on that, you're not afraid to like up and leave and on to the next thing. You don't get overly attached to people, but people get attached to you and magnetized to you in such an intense way. With that femme fatale, there's just something so like darkly attractive to you. You might have like siren eyes or something like that, but people also feel comfortable talking to you. Like, people want to be in your circle, your inner circle, with that networker and Leo energy that you have. I think that if you're someone that writes or publishes anything, or posts on social media about your experience, there's something here about writing that people admire. The way you write, the way you tell stories, the way you articulate yourself, the way you speak on topics and like subjects and things that you're interested in and knowledgeable about. You're knowledgeable in a lot of different topics and subjects, and that really adds to your attractiveness. You also got athlete. So with that and the Gemini, why did I say that? The Gemini. I don't know, I'm cracking myself up. I feel like there's, like I said, there's a humorous quality to you too. It's like you can laugh at yourself, and there's no like cringe moments. It's like you don't feel cringe about things. There's like this confidence to you. It's like things just kind of like roll right off of your shoulder. But with what I was saying with the Gemini and the athlete, you may have like a thin build or like tall or lanky build that people find attractive. Obviously that's not going to apply to everybody, but with the athlete, of course, you might also be like strong or have a strength to you. I think that a lot of you might also be really good or in like sports, or maybe like you grew up playing a sport or played a sport in high school or even college or beyond. Like you have a talent in a sport. Athlete, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. So with that too, something that might be attractive about you is maybe you do have some sort of physical handicap or like a health issue that you've had to overcome, and people have seen the way you have transformed your health. And I feel like it reflects in your appearance too. Like there's a strength to your build, or a strength to your body, to your constitution, to your aura. There's like a strength to you where you just like seem healthy. So that's there too. The Seven of Pentacles that also came up in Pile 1. It's like, I think there's a confidence here too with that Leo. There's a confidence that it's like, you know, things are going to happen for you, and so they do. It's that self-fulfilling prophecy energy. It's like you have this unwavering trust and belief in yourself, and you know that you're smart and intelligent and tenacious enough to get yourself from point A to point Z. You know, like you can plan things in your head, but you're also very there's a strength in your vision for yourself, and I know I'm going to reach this pinnacle of success for myself. But there's also a flexibility to you too, where you know how to alter or adjust the plan along the way. So people, there's like a reliability in your flexibility when it comes to other people. People find that attractive about you too. There's just something so intangible about you. It's like people want to grasp onto you, but they just can't do it. And there's something so attractive about that thing that you can't have, and that you'll never really fully be able to tame. You're like, that like meme from Sex and the City with Carrie, and there's a quote where she's like, maybe some women are not meant to be tamed or whatever. And she had like her golden blonde curls, just kind of like long curls, and she just like turns around and she says something like that. Maybe some women are not meant to be tamed, and you're like that scene with Carrie. There is a very feminine energy to this, but of course you could be a man or a masculine that just has that magnetic energy. There's something like so striking. People get awestruck when they see you, no matter who you are, male or female. There's something nonchalant about you too, though. You don't get too attached to people the way they get attached to you. It's like you can move forward. You can move away from people. Like if you feel that somebody's not respecting you, or like giving you your props, or like they're not seeing your value, like you will walk away, and it's gonna be their loss. It's like never really your loss, it's their loss, and they may not realize that right away, but they will come to that realization fairly quickly once you remove yourself from their life, remove yourself from that situation. It's like with the Seven of Wands, it's once you get in that defense position, once someone puts you in that position where you feel like you feel any little bit of defensive, like you're not afraid to move on. And it could even be, skewed a little bit sometimes. Maybe sometimes you are, because of your experiences in the past, maybe you can be a bit flighty. And maybe you do find it difficult to find close relationships, or to keep close relationships with people that you can really trust. Like you can be that person for other people, but maybe you find it hard to find that for yourself. And it could be because you're on defense mode, and maybe like it's okay to sometimes let your guard down a little bit in that regard. That was just coming to me for some reason, so that's interesting. But I do, as far there is still an attractiveness to what I was saying, to that quality of like they don't really need me. Like I don't know why that attracts people even more, but Five of Wands, I feel like there's this perception of you that you're like having to fight them off with a stick, and that there's a lot of people like fighting for you, and there's a lot of competition for your time and your attention and your affection, especially if you're single here, or if you're someone that is like not in a long-term relationship. People really don't know what's going on in your dating life. You really make people wonder, and you really make people there's people find the ability to like to envision different scenarios with you being like their person. I don't know how to explain it. It's just you make people like come up with stories in their own mind about what it would be like to be with you. A lot of people like hope they get the chance to shoot their shot with you. They hope they're going to see you again. Especially if it's been a long time since they've seen you. And I feel like with that Gemini energy and the networker, it's like there's a lot of people that notice you in public, or maybe like a lot of acquaintances that you have, or people like on social media. It's like where people see you, but they don't have like full access to you. Like they may just see you sporadically here or there, and may not even like know your name or your information to be able to like really look you up, or they can't find you on social media. I feel like people do try to find you on social media and they can't. Yeah, but I think that a lot of people hope that they can shoot their shot with you, and you do have the truth. That's a perception of you, and that makes you more attractive too, like people thinking that you're hard to get and many people are vying for your attention. But with the Knight of Cups, I feel like it's true. You do have many suitors. Like that's perception of you, and it's also the truth. You do have many suitors because people are very drawn to you. It's just that it may not be super clear to you with the Seven of Swords. Sometimes it's like I feel like you don't always get people actually like coming to you or voicing these things to you, because there is an intimidation factor here with you. But once people get to know you a little bit more, or even have like one or two conversations with you, it's like it kind of brings down, you let down your walls enough to still like talk to people. Like you're not super like harsh with your energy. There's still a softness to you. And the child magical, there's still something lighthearted. There's something very whimsical about you, and that's very attractive, and it could have to do with your style. You have a whimsical and unique, like one-of-a-kind style. And there's something creative to that energy, something artistic even. And there's something seductive about it too, but kind of like in an innocent way sometimes. There's still an innocence about you. It's a very weird balance, but it's complementary. But there's a magnetic quality to you. And people can tell like you're not trying hard to do it. There's still something so natural about you with the hedonist. And the child magical, like there's something, it goes with that whimsical, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. You can see the beauty in the simplicity in life, and you bring that out in other people, and that's really attractive. Like a lot of people don't take the time to like smell the roses and just like look at the shapes of the clouds in the sky, but you do those things, and you encourage, like you do that naturally when you're with other people, and it gets people to slow down and just enjoy the simple things in life. And you know how to have a good time. Like people have fun and laugh with you, and they're able to let loose with you, and that's the beautiful light side of you. You can make people laugh, and also maybe make people think a little bit deeper about things at times too, or just help them add to their own arsenal of information, because they get a lot of interesting tidbits from you. But the belief that everything is possible, there's the feeling people feel when they're with you that everything really is possible, because you truly believe that, and you have been able to make so much happen for you in your life, and you live your life to the beat of your own drum. you go where the wind blows you, and you've been able to cultivate a beautiful life around that. And people find that really attractive because you go against like the stuffy conventions of life that people often get stuck in. Like, you're not stuck or bound by those same things, and there's something just so magical about that. And people hope that that energy and that magic fairy dust can rub off on them when they're with you, and it often does. Like, you inspire people by just being yourself, and that's very attractive about you, pile 2. Thank you for watching. Feel free to watch another pile if you'd like. My pick a card playlist is in the description, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Hi, pile number 3. This is your reading for the qualities that others find attractive in you. And for you guys, I'm feeling very much someone that's connected with both their divine feminine and their divine masculine energy within themselves, because you have the Queen and the King. So you have that beautiful blend of masculine and feminine energy, and they work harmoniously, the yin and yang within you. It's working very harmoniously. People see that about that. And I think this has to do with your physical appearance as well. You might be someone that kind of like dresses a little bit more androgynous sometimes, or it's kind of like my style. I feel like I'm very feminine with my makeup and my accessories, my hair, whatnot. I always have my nails done usually, but my clothing style sometimes, a lot of the time, is a little bit more like androgynous, but there are times I do want to be a little bit more feminine. So you still, whatever gender you are, you still probably, you probably still present as that gender, but there's something in your style maybe that's a little bit more androgynous, and it could even just be like in your style and your characteristics and your mannerisms with your actions and how you come across in that way. It might not even be your physical style, but for a lot of you it will be. Yes, we have that King and that Queen Samaritan. So we have Samaritan here. Light attributes refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. So there's something like so royal and regal about you. Like, people do put you on a pedestal a lot of the time, I think. But I think your own actions and the way you talk, it's like you know this. You know that other people put you on this pedestal sometimes, but that's not what you necessarily want or what you're asking for. In fact, you actively work to bring yourself and your image back down to earth. Like, you are a humble person. You are a genuinely humble person, and people can see this. So even though there's this royal regal energy to you, there's an authoritative quality about you. You just naturally exude that. There's still also this energy of you have so much grace for other people. Like, you don't see anybody as beneath you. You also have martyr here too, which is, I feel like, is very different energy from the king or queen. But if you think about it, sometimes the kings and queens, of ancient stories and lore, sometimes the king and queen do have to be a martyr for their country, and that does happen where they have to die, where they end up dying for their country. So in the sense here, it's like, I feel like there's something about you that there's a courage and a strength in your convictions to where you would like metaphorically die for your cause. But it's just that you have a strong set of values and morals that are very unique to you, because we got Aquarius here and Pisces. They're very unique to you. A lot of your viewpoints are unique to you, but you stand strong on them with that fixed Aquarius energy. This is inventive, innovative, pioneer energy. Aquarius brings that higher thought. There's something striking about the way that they think and the way that they come up with concepts and develop concepts and expand on concepts in their mind. And with the Chiron, it's informed from your own deep experiences, and you've gained a lot of wisdom. No matter how old you are, there's like an old soul quality to you. I think that goes with the regal too. You may have been like royalty or like a king or a queen in a past life that's coming up, because it's like a very deep rooted energy within you. It's like you have had many lifetimes in like leadership positions or royalty positions, or positions where you were in the spotlight and there was authority to what you had to say, you know, and people would listen to your authority. So I feel like you've had many lifetimes of those kinds of circumstances to where you naturally exude that energy, and it's attractive. The North Node is like, there's like something about you that's like so bold and tenacious toward like your higher path, your higher mission, destined to have. There's something destined about your nature. You might have your North Node like in your first house or something like that, or on your midheaven, or in your 10th house or 11th house, like in a prominent position. But there's something like having to do, tying in with your wounds. Hurt and heal is what Chiron is. It's like the what is it, the wounded healer within our chart, the wounded warrior, wounded healer, pretty much both. And it goes back to like, you're someone that's always going to keep going no matter what happens. Like, you can have the most difficult, most challenging situations that you have to overcome with martyr, but it's like, you die on that cross and you become resurrected a few days later. There may be, metaphorically, you come back 3 days later, you rise from the ashes, you know, and it may take more than 3 days. It may take weeks or months, but you always pick yourself up. It doesn't ever take too long. Like, people always see you transforming, and people become amazed and wonder like how you're able to do that. But for you, the wheel of fortune is always turning. So you know that if you work to heal now and you work to move forward harmoniously, from this point on, like, you're going to be able to be in a more favorable position when that wheel of fortune spins again. You're someone that's always reaching for this higher level of emotional fulfillment and attainment of your highest wishes and your highest dreams. You're someone with this North Node and this beautiful 10 of Cups. It's like, you know, you're going to succeed by any means necessary, but not in a way that's still in alignment with your values and your morals, and something, you know, in ways that are going to help other people with that Aquarius energy, help other people with the things you come up with or invent, or the qualities. Don't chew my cards. Anyway, he just came up over here. Yeah, so I know I was saying something, but I pretty much got that point across. Oh yeah, I have Aries on the bottom of this too. It's like, there's something with that Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries energy. It's like there's a maturity to you from having gone through so many experiences, but there's also like, there's still a lightness here. There's still something like, you also know how to adapt and adjust, and you have a lot of new ideas, and you're willing to take the long paths to get to where you want to be, because the 10 of Cups takes a while to get to that level of attainment. Oh my goodness. No, he just chewed a card. I hate when he does that. But look at what card it is. It is the Wheel of Fortune again. There's something so fortunate about you, and like larger than life, and something so expansive in the way you think and just who you are, that, and it's just so attractive to you. It's like, people can't always put their finger on what makes you so attractive, but there's just something so larger than life about you. This card, oh, it's the Pisces card that fell. Okay, so beautiful energy. I'm gonna pull some tarot. Now I gotta keep an eye on him, because sometimes he gets into things. Okay, so let's pull some tarot for my pile 3. What qualities do other people find attractive about pile number 3? see. The King of Cups. Yeah, so it's like, of all the kings, you know, all the elements or suits they could be, it's the King of Cups, because there's an empathy to you. There's something fair and just, and there's an integrity to you and in your judgments and assessments of others, so that authoritative quality to you feels natural, and people actually want to listen to your authority and want to follow your lead, because you're someone that leads with your heart, you lead with empathy, and people feel and know that they can trust in you. Very positive king, queen, royalty energy. Look at oh my goodness. So we got, that's so funny. We got the Wheel of Fortune twice, and now we got the 10 of Cups twice. Just reiterating what I was saying. And behind it, we got the Page of Pentacles. It's like you are a visionary with that Aquarius energy, and you're envisioning the ultimate attainment. It's like you manifest in that way. You're someone that you can envision and like see things so clearly and with such vivid color and detail in your mind's eye. You can envision it and go so far with that vision that you are able to actually manifest it into your physical reality. It's like you might be someone that likes to do vision boards or something like that. And if not, maybe you should try that, because that would be a powerful way for you to like get what you want even more quickly. You're someone that works using the visual arts in your manifestation. That's probably something you already do, or if not, like that would help take you even further with your manifestations. But regardless, you're able to envision a brighter future for yourself. Always, there's an optimism to you. You know that the sun will always come out, and you'll always be able to get yourself out of any bind and be like even stronger for it. And it's because I feel like you've been through many lifetimes. Your soul has already gone through so many incarnations on earth. And I feel like this could be very well like one of your last lifetimes, or maybe you didn't even necessarily have to come back in this lifetime. I'm getting that, like, you volunteered to come back to this lifetime to help other people, or you agreed, you were appointed into that position to come back as a higher level soul and to bring that to humanity. You're still human yourself, and you own that. Like, you don't profess to be perfect. You don't think you're perfect. You don't put yourself above other people. There's such a natural, humble, soulful quality to you, and it's because you've developed so much. You've developed so much wisdom from your experiences in past lifetimes that I really feel like your soul team and source energy asked you like to come for a very noble mission to help other people. This is much deeper, I feel like, than the other piles, but this deep message is coming out. It's like a message from your spirit team to like keep going and to like see yourself in this higher light and to see yourself as the royalty that you are, because you have like, remember your purpose. And I feel like you already do. And this is just that confirmation to just like, to always believe in yourself and know that you're here for a higher mission and a higher path. And you already know the answers. You already have access to that connection. So like keep going and keep strengthening that, because you already know, you already have that conviction and that unwavering trust that you're gonna get your 10 of Cups. You're gonna get your ultimate wish fulfillment, your ultimate happiness, and you've earned it over just positive karma and over this lifetime, because you agreed. Maybe on a subconscious level, everybody's going to be at a different level of consciousness, but on some level, and you are aware that you're a high level soul that came to help bring light to humanity and to help on a more esoteric level, like you're helping usher in new earth and higher consciousness. And that's what we are moving towards. And things collectively, globally seem dire sometimes, and we see all of these like negative polarity things happening, and natural disasters and wars and very serious things. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's coming to more to your conscious awareness that like things are shifting for the better, and you have come to help with that purpose. And people, this is a very much like esoteric reading here with you, pile 3, but people can sense this about you, and this is about what people are attracted to. So people are attracted to that higher quality in you. It's like the people that are attracted to you, a lot of people find themselves attracted, but they can't maintain, or like if people are operating from a lower level, they're not going to be able to maintain being in your energy, in your orbit, until they're open to ascending to that level. And that takes a lot of work, and everybody's on different levels. You might be elevated, not that you're better than anybody else, but it's just a matter of frequency. We all have control of our frequency. Sometimes it takes people longer than others, but we all can raise that frequency. And so you encourage people to want to do that. Very beautiful energy. So sorry you got a little esoteric there, pile 3, but it's beautiful energy. People can sense these higher qualities about you, and it's very attractive. You're very otherworldly, and there's something very alien-esque about your energy. Like, people feel like you're from another planet, and you really are. You're from a much higher place and a much higher dimension, and people find that very attractive to you, attractive about you. I want to pull like one of these cards. Let me see if anything comes up. Yin and yang. I saw yin and yang. You have that balance of that masculine and feminine energy, and the more we're balanced in that energy, the more we're in alignment with like the highest source energy. You might be someone that is knowledgeable about higher like spiritual topics and subjects, and people find that attractive, like in the way that you talk and the way that you can bring those concepts like down to earth, and you intrigue people with your esoteric knowledge as well. So that's what people find attractive about you, the qualities. You're a very high level soul. So I just want to say that to pile 3. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for letting me read your energy. Feel free to check out another pile or another reading. I have my pick a card playlist in my description. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.